What's up, everybody? We're at Ohio Power Tool for their 2024 Spring Open House. It's an annual event. We try to make it here every year. Chris, I love this, but I know you're passionate about all of them.
I have kind of a passion here because I come out of our automotive division of Flex.
Yeah.
So, you know, the pressure washer for cleaning your car or cleaning your sidewalks or your garage, taking it out on the boat or whatever.
Did you see our video about the pressure washer?
I have.
So if you didn't,
gotta go see it.
A lot of the guys that commented on it, because I just always err on the side of being ultra safe. I'm like, listen, you might blow the paint off your car. I don't know if you were repainted or whatever. You know, I'm not telling you to use the pressure washer. But then so many other people were like, this is what that's for.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many features here, and the two things that I think that make our unit unique is the fact that it has the Bluetooth in the handle where you're able to adjust.
Okay.
You know, the pressures.
Yes.
So you have 3 different pressure modes that you can adjust, as well as the bucket. I'm literally, we're in the middle of a parking lot.
Yep.
At this show, and I'm drawing from a 5-gallon bucket. So let's turn this sucker on. So once she pressures up, you know, she's ready to go. I'm gonna start on the low setting here, and then I'm gonna work my way up as I have the trigger pulled. And all I'm doing is touching this button here, which is getting the 3 different modes. And you see in the camera here, this is telling me where my battery is.
Which nozzle is this?
This is what we call our turbo nozzle.
Okay. Oh, this is the one, the circular one.
It has a special motion that it makes. It helps loosen any dirt that you have. That's my favorite nozzle that I use. Or you're using typically, you know, if you're washing a car, a 25% nozzle's typically what people use. But I'm gonna pull this trigger. Let's turn this sucker on. So this is on the low setting. And then if I turn this up, there it is. Wow. So low, and then the turbo. Just trying to cool you off.
I feel like removing the gas engine from a lot of these tools, it might remove the scary part, or the loud part, the obnoxious part, or the part that people don't necessarily want to deal with.
Having to pull start anything, I mean, even as an older person, the older you get, that motion hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, all you have to do is have charged batteries. The most important thing with all Eagle products, or really any battery-powered product, is that you keep your batteries fully charged. Not because you want them to be ready to go when you're ready to use them, but that's good for the lithium. If I have energy, you know, electric wherever I am, I can charge my batteries. I don't have to worry about gas. I don't have to worry about oil, because there's nothing like that in this. These are brushless motors on all of our tools. They're brushless motors, and they're ready to go. You put a battery on there, you give it the energy, and it's ready to go.
So, you know what I would love? I'm going to try to pump Chris here for a little information. I don't know if you can give it to me or not, but one of the things that we do at the office is we use the Nexus charger, the Nexus inverter charger, as a standby charger.
The power station.
I have a 160 watt solar panel on the side of the building. The cable runs in, feeds that inverter, and it charges 4 batteries.
Sure.
You know, it's not something that I'm going to use the rapid charge.
No, it takes time.
Yeah, but you know what? The sun comes up at 7 a.m. or 6:30 a.m., charges those batteries, even if it takes all day. Here's my question. Any updates coming on the Nexus?
I don't know if I can tell you, but I know that there's a lot of things in the book, you know, and I would tell you that the next generation of Nexus is going to have some new capabilities, and I think those are things that everybody wants. You want to be able to charge at the same time as you're using it. Yep. I think that's the #1 thing that a lot of people ask for. We see it in the forums. Yeah. You know, so we do see when you guys post stuff on your videos and comment on your videos and things like that. We see those posts.
The new mini bike has created such a buzz for the brand. Whole groups, pages, and forums that are being formed around that mini bike.
It's an interesting bike, I'll tell you that.
People are already modifying controllers, motors. Is there going to be any aftermarket, like any type of support coming from Ego to modify that bike at all?
I would tell you that there's a lot of different things that are coming out about that bike. There's already next generations of things that we're looking at.
Okay.
That's a whole new market for us. I think when we introduced it, not that it was a supposed to be like just a small thing for us, but it's turned into a big thing.
It's a very big thing.
It's really hard to find those bikes, to be honest with you. So if you're a dealer out there that has one, make sure you're posting that you have them available, because I know that they're hard to get right now. We're here at Ohio Power Tool. They are waiting for their inventory, as well as they're waiting for the inventory on the pressure washer. The pressure washer has become one of the Ego's popular items right now. It's hard to find, to be honest with you.
Ohio Power Tool told us as fast as those Ego bikes come in,
they're out the door.
They go out.
A lot of people, and this isn't me saying this, is other people telling me, they compare it to the Honda Grom. I mean, it has a similar characteristics of the Honda Grom. Now, ours is not street legal. But in a lot of communities, you're still allowed to ride those battery-powered products on the bike paths and things like that.
It's like a halo item, I guess. I don't know. It's created a big buzz.
I think the cool thing about the mini bike, to be honest with you, Vince, is the fact that you can remove the battery and throw it on a charger. If you have multiple Ego batteries, it's the same battery. That's why the unit has that third compartment for an extra battery. So if you're out and you realize you're out of power, you can swap batteries. I know a lot of the mini bikes or the other bikes that are out in the market, they don't have removable batteries and aren't as easy to do an Ego battery. You have to buy like a special battery on eBay or whatever.
I got Chris so sidetracked on the mini bike that I forgot that I'm in love with the vacuum, although I don't have it yet.
So, this is our new vacuum system, and a lot of people are like, it's battery powered. How long is it going to last? Once we turn the tool on, we've got 3 different speeds. Once again, we've got low, medium, and turbo. So this here is rechargeable. You just charge it with a C-port charger. Bluetooth in here. So once we have the tool turned on, I'm able to start the tool. I'm able to stop the tool. This is key, Vince, because this is when I'm inside a car or I'm down on on the ground working. I'm able to vacuum and I'm able to work, and now I'm able to easily turn it off.
You don't have to look for the vacuum.
Well, with every cordless product, the length of time that your battery's running is the only time that it's, so if I have the tool turned on, that stop clock started. When I stop the tool, you stop that clock. So if I tell you the battery's gonna last for 30 minutes on this tool, it's only as you're running it. But a lot of times when you're cleaning a car or you're vacuuming something up, you're not always using the nozzle. So turn the tool off when you're not using it.
That makes sense.
I mean, that's why this is on here. This also has a light built into it.
Look at that.
It's a lightsaber.
Yo, that's crazy. I don't think I saw this. I feel like these were...
So this is hidden. If you ever saw this before, most people don't even know it's there. So if you notice, we have a cool compartment for everything on this tool, so everything wraps up. And then we even have tailpipes, which are useful.
This was it. Wow.
So you got your tailpipes on the back here, which make it look cool anyways. Now we're gonna pull our tailpipes out, and now we've got our extended handle.
I feel like I saw this at Equip. I don't think there was a battery in it though.
There may not have been, because you probably saw one of the prototype units. So, this is all new kind of setup. This is also, let's open it up real quick.
Open her up.
Hopefully, this is mine, so it should be clean. These things are easily opened. We do have a self-cleaning feature on this, so when I turn the tool on, and say I'm not getting the suction that I quite need, there's a feature here that helps clean the filters. And literally, as the unit's on, when I hit that puts back pressure on that secondary filter. And with that secondary filter, it actually helps clean it. So, like I said, this is my unit, so it's gonna be clean. This is an actively used unit. I use this all the time. You can see my cat hair and other things down inside here. As long as you're using this bag, this filter bag, for the most part, the inside of the tool is going to stay clean for you. This is a secondary filter.
Still required though?
I would use this because this protects your motor.
Okay.
If you're not going to use anything, like if you are going to use this wet, you obviously don't use the bag, take the bag out. But this secondary filter is so important. This is also a washable filter, so you can take this out and clean this.
Okay.
But when you push that back pressure, that's what this is cleaning. This is putting pressure on this, knocking any of the loose dust. It's also grounded, so I'm not sure how they're dissipating the ground, but that's what these have to do with. So it helps from static electricity created by the dust.
Yeah, you ever see like sometimes the dust will get stuck all over the... So that's what this is doing.
That's what the metal is in there.
What's the capacity on this vacuum?
So this is a 9-gallon. You know, it's nice to have a universal bag in here.
Okay.
I would recommend buying the Ego bags that go with this, but you can use a universal bag in here. You see the nice, you know, gasket here fits around this. That's why I said this is an active bag. I mean, this has dirt and dust inside this. I've been using this vacuum.
Makes sense.
You know, so the lift on this is 100 max, and then also your CFM is 110 CFM with this vac.
So it's
cordless. We got to remind everybody, cordless, cordless, cordless. There's not another cordless product on the market that has these types of specs.
Wow. Okay.
So
it's just another reason why I just got to buck up. I got to get this.
nice vac.
With the bag or the filter, make it in any way HEPA compliant?
I can't use that term. I would tell you that this filter, the air that comes out of this unit is cleaner than the air we're breathing right now.
Okay.
So that being said, I've got a lot of detailers that are using this in an environment where they can't have dust. Maybe they're doing a coating on a car.
Okay.
And they can't have dust, so they'll use this. I did have a detailer recently that has this, and he called me out. He goes, I was on a live presentation online, and he asked the question. He goes, "Hey, why aren't you showing everybody the blowing aspect of this?" And I'm like, honestly, I didn't even pay attention. I didn't know that this had a blower. I'm in sales. I'm supposed to know everything, right? But this literally, I plug it into the output.
Oh my God!
And this thing's nuts, to be honest with you.
Wait, there's more.
So literally.
Holy moly!
So if we get precise. So now I'm in my car.
Blow out
I'm hitting all the crevices. I mean, look at that. That's some serious.
That's moving a lot of air. It's a large quantity of air, but the force at which the air is coming out too.
Yeah, because if we're trying to knock dust loose in the cracks and crevices that you can't get, that's what the detailers like about this, is being able to use this blowing aspect. And like I said, as long as you're using the filter, the bag filter, the secondary filter, the air that comes out of this is going to be cleaner than the air we're breathing right now.
And I find personally, whenever I'm using a wet dry vac, I prefer to use a bag.
Yeah.
Because it's going to help save those filters.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like those filters will pick up way more dust and particulate if you're not using the bag.
Yeah, you really should be using, you know, the bag filter, which is what we call the first filter.
Oh, okay.
And the secondary filter is your pleated filter. The pleated filter is once again washable. You can wash that. Before you put that back in your vac, you want to set it in an air-conditioned environment. Let that fully dry, though. That's important.
Perfect.
But thanks, Vince.
Thank you, Chris.
Once again, another great product.
We got all the inside tips from Chris. Thank you, Chris. And if you want an Ego vac as much as I do, let Chris know by smashing the like button. It's free for you to do. It doesn't cost you a dime. Plus, you'll get 7 years of good luck. Maybe I'll get an Ego vacuum cleaner. I don't know.
I'm going to blow you away, Vince.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Hope to see you all in the next one. What's up, everybody? We're at Ohio Power Tool for their Spring 2024 Open House event, and we are in the Milwaukee Tool booth. We're going to take a look at a whole bunch of new Milwaukee tools, and we have the foremost expert in submersible pumps on the MX Fuel line. His name's Ricardo, and you're going to meet him right after this message from our sponsor, VCG Construction. Want to help out with the channel? Head on over to the merch store. You get hats, hoodies, t-shirts. Link will be in the description below. Welcome back, everybody, and this is Ricardo. It's going to take a few minutes to go over. We got like a little demonstration here. Submersible pump. I got to tell you, the size of this submersible pump and the battery pack and I don't think you have enough water, maybe not in the entire state, to do the proper demo. What do we got?
Yeah, we have our 1 horsepower, 2-inch submersible pump. So this is new. It's coming out a little bit later this year. A couple of cool things about it. A couple of quick specs, I guess. One thing is, on a lot of competitor units, you usually have to tether this off. We actually designed ours where the cord is the tether.
So you don't need a separate tether. You could just hang this thing right by that cord.
Yep, exactly.
That's awesome.
So we've done that. Couple of cool features with it. It does come with a little bit of a remote. So with the remote, what that allows you to do is actually set it and forget it.
Okay.
With the remote, you have your on-off, a couple different modes that it'll show you what you're in. You have your low mode, or turtle mode, which will be right around 4 hours of runtime, about 5,000 gallons of water removed. High mode is going to give you about 2,000 gallons and about 2 hours of runtime. And then you have your auto mode. Cool thing with auto mode is that on our unit, it'll actually automatically shut off once it gets to about an inch of water.
So there's like a float built in there somewhere.
Yep, yeah, like a little sensor that'll pretty much as soon as it gets to about an inch,
Gotcha.
and it runs dry, it'll auto shut off for you. If you are on high or low, it'll notify the user. So if you're not around the pump or watching it, it'll notify you, hey, you got to shut it off or you got to move it.
So how does it know? So this unit itself will buzz or beep, or is it send you like a text message or something?
Yeah, so this one will start buzzing on you.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
And one more question: when you were running it in Turtle,
Yes.
do you have turtle power, like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Something like that.
Something like that. All right, that's what's up.
So, oh yeah, I'll throw it on for you guys. It does come with the power box. Typically, it'll come with a 6 amp hour battery.
So what we would have is the submersible pump.
Yep.
It's a single horse, one horse, is that what we said? And then if you're gonna buy it, it comes as a kit. So you'd get the power supply or the backpack?
Correct, yep.
Okay, it comes kitted with a 12 amp?
Comes kitted with the 6 though.
6,
Yep.
Did you already say it? I'm sorry if I didn't hear it. I think in no time, it would be better to see this thing in operation. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You seeing this? Yeah?
Yeah.
Go on over there, Joe. Run. Let me ask you a question.
Yep. Yeah, it's a pretty quick demo.
Wow. You're too late. We're already empty. So wait, keep watching. Is it on auto or is it on float?
I believe it starts off in high. So typically when it gets to auto, it'll shut off at about 1 inch.
Yeah.
It'll kick back on periodically just to check if there's any water
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
it can continue pumping.
Wow, that's crazy. It's a lot of water. What else do you have for us, Ricardo? Anything in the MX line?
Yeah, this is our newest one here. We got our rammer here as well, plate compactor, and just a couple other.
Well, we want to hear all about
out.
it, but before we get to any of that, kit price. What are we talking here?
Right now, I believe they're still going over pricing.
Okay, so
Yep.
it's not finalized yet. Wow, we got like what kind of new info? All right, Ricardo, let's move on to whatever you want to show us next.
Yeah, we can show. I guess another one that's not out just yet is our 70 kg rammer here. So this guy can't demo it here. We'll end up messing up some of the concrete, but this guy is pretty much a gas replacement.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get about 25 minutes of runtime on on the 12.0 that it comes with. It's gonna get you a little bit over a quarter mile of linear feet as well.
That's great. The other thing, I actually did demo this at World of Concrete.
Okay.
And the isolation was really great. So I didn't feel like all of that compaction was being set into my forearms and my joints. It was really comfortable to run. The other thing was, it's funny, we did a video and we titled, it was a short. Part of the demo was the what's it called, the jacker? Is this called?
The rammer.
Rammer.
Yep.
The rammer got knocked over and it shuts down.
Yes.
So somebody actually commented, what a misleading title. It didn't fall over, it was pushed over. I'm like, okay, bro, like what's the difference? You know, the end result's the same. Whether it's pushed over or it falls over, the end result is that it will turn itself off, which is a great safety feature.
Exactly, yep. Yeah, and that was something that, you know, with gas units, as soon as it knocks over, you're not going to shut off until the gas is out. So.
Or as the engine seizes, maybe.
Exactly.
You never know. What else, Ricardo? Anything else we have?
Yeah, everything else is already out. Really, these are the two big new ones, is that sub pump and then the rammer.
All right, so. Well, that's awesome. Cool. Ricardo, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you, Vince.
And I feel like when we hang out with Ricardo at Ohio Power Tool in the Milwaukee booth, the smash the like button. It's free for you to do. It doesn't cost you a dime. Plus, you will get, you know how many years of good luck you get when you smash the like button on YouTube?
At least 100.
Wow, you're gonna, on this, for a limited time, and a limited time only, you will get 100 years of good luck. All right, everybody, the video's gotta end. I know you're disappointed, but I promise you, you're gonna love the next video because it's gonna be more Milwaukee tool. I wore my best red t-shirt for it. Thanks, Ricardo.
Yeah, thank you.
See ya. What's up, everyone? We're at a High Power Tool for their annual spring event. It's our open house for 2024, and we're at the Crescent booth. Is this GearWrench, Crescent? What do we got here?
So Apex Tool Group. So GearWrench, Crescent. So we got our industrial automotive-based tooling, and then we got our contractor Crescent-based tooling.
And that's why we're here with Ryan. He's the expert on all this, and he's going to share it all with us right after this message from our sponsor, VCG Construction. Want to help out the channel? Head on over to merch store. You get hats, hoodies, t-shirts. Link is in the description below. Welcome back, everybody. And I got to tell you, Ryan's got something really interesting to start with. He's got so much here, though. These look pretty doggone awesome.
So right now, we got our AutoBite Z2 pliers here. So the cool little feature about this, the AutoBite, it's self-adjusting to what you need. We're in a world where everything's a little bit more tighter. You guesstimate on the bolt size, but now I can go from a smaller size bolt down to a bigger size bolt, back to a smaller size bolt without removing my hand from the job. And then also the bite on these things are great. So if I want to use that feature to true grip on here, all I'm going to do is really lift that tab up and then truly press down onto it, and it's not going to slip on you. So under $20 right here for the Z2. So you're getting price point, and then also Crescent to switch to a lifetime guarantee warranty.
So these are 120, but they are a lifetime warranty.
Yeah. So I mean, under 20 bucks, you can get on sale usually around there. Soft internal grips too. So if you don't want to scratch them out of service, say you're doing a shower head and all that stuff.
I have a question.
Sure.
So what is warranted? Like, what if these soft grips wear off?
So you go to GearWrench.com. Yeah. So GearWrench.com. Fill out the claim, and we'll send you a new pair.
I'm trying to stop Brian here. He's not giving me nothing. He's like, it's all covered.
Yep.
I got a question.
Sure.
So my hands aren't they're fat, they're like sausages,
sure,
but they're not the largest. So I just want to kind of make sense of this. If this buttons down and I squeeze down, it's going to allow me to grip here?
So you can still grip, but I always say is to get better grip, you want that tab to flip up.
So I guess my point is, like, to most quickly grab onto something.
Sure.
Like, do you want to use that AutoBite, grip down, and then come in here and switches up?
You can start it if you want, but if you're truly, like I say, if you really need it back in or leverage something out,
right,
I would try to grip on it with that tab up.
Gotcha.
You're not going to slip.
So
you can grab onto it, but say, hey, you got it, but you just release it just a little bit, and then you can lift that tab up, and then you can truly get onto it.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so it takes a little bit to get used to, since it's kind of like a new design on there.
It's literally staying on there on its own.
It's on its own.
Wait, how much force can I put on this?
Yeah, keep going, as much as you want.
Holy
You're flexing my table here.
I'm like 200 pounds. 200 pounds right now. Wow, that's crazy.
8, 10s, and 12s. So 3 different size variants over there too, on a one. I always say for Crescent too, cutting ability. We're very underrated in the cutting ability part. It's like $18 8-inch diagonals on this guy.
So those are 18.
Yep. Wow. 18 bucks. So I have the hardened nails here. So if you want, I always say, look how close we get to that leverage point there.
Yeah.
You can always tell by a good pair of diagonals with the leverage point. So if you want, you can cut. Put those muscles to work. Let's go. Cut into it. Okay, do you want to use maybe someone else's?
That's fine.
All right, so these guys in red, and you might know them.
I got them in my box, right?
So
these or these?
Yeah.
So a pretty expensive pair, right?
Yeah,
so use that, try maybe not to use the same point. There you go. So you have an $18 Z2, part of our Z2 line diagonal, compared to guys that are maybe in the 40, 50 range.
That's crazy.
So you're more than happy to use there. And we also have our GearWrench line too that you can use.
So the GearWrench would be almost the same as these, or?
Pretty close, yep. A little bit beefier, a little bit bigger grip.
Wow. Let me try them GearWrenches.
Sure. So biggest thing cutting diagonals too is leverage point. So it's going to be easier to cut maybe on the back side than in the front. So if you're ever cutting, cut towards the back.
I gotcha.
Yep.
So I'm just confused. So it's literally this axis point,
The hardened steel too.
the hardened
So how you
steel,
harden the steel is that's the
and the length of handles.
Yeah. So the handles to me a little bit different design. Guys are using different applications. So a lot of guys have a tendency to wear bigger gloves, industrial manufacturing. They're wearing bigger gloves maybe.
And these aren't like a copper wire cutter. You could actually cut. You could cut like steel cable.
You could try. I mean, people use linemen too.
Like we use like a gripple system sometimes
Sure.
to adjust up and down.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I'll have some of my young guys, they'll go and
Okay.
get an expensive wire cutter. I'm like, whoa, that's not for cutting. That's for cutting copper. That's not for cutting steel.
I would try to go towards our HK Porter line for
Okay.
that type of cutting. These are gonna, you're talking. I'm saying for price point wise,
It's crazy though.
you can cut with
20
it. So
bucks.
if you want to use it for different applications, you can. But for 20 bucks, you're gonna have sufficient cutting ability. Compared to I say our competitors. So product is knowledge is key.
So gentleman here, what was your name?
Joe.
John Vance. Nice to meet you. So Joe's has the Knipex. He's used
I
them.
build street cars.
Nice. You want to try these things? Full camera? Really, you got a nice paw there, a nice strong hand.
So just like I say, you can do the Knipex first. Like anything to get the best leverage, you want to get to the leverage point, right?
Yeah.
So put all that nail all the way down there, cut in. Okay.
That's what I said. He's got a strong paw.
And then you can put this on how you want. Same thing, leverage, put that in there.
It feels easier.
Yes, a lot easier.
And I've used those, you're talking 6 months now. I probably cut with those, and these
Oh,
guys
really?
these ones are brand new. So if you want to try those guys too, I have some brand new ones here.
I cut, I do a lot with these at work.
Sure.
Anything else you could share with us?
So for me too, on the GearWrench side,
Yeah.
So GearWrench, we're coming out with this is our new Mega Mod line. So these are modularity sets. So these are all-in-one tool sets that come in the phone that are dropped to fit in any toolbox.
Okay.
So we have 5 different toolboxes to choose from, anywhere from 72-inch box to 52-inch box. We have a 36, a 26, and then a 41-inch mobile box. Those all come with different piece count tools. And ranging from $15,000 all the way to $4,000.
Okay.
And then you can buy the individual modulars here. And then I also have my travel kit, so you can stack 4 layers into this travel kit and take it with you on the go.
Oh, wow.
So a snug fit into that kit. These aren't going to be rolling around. It's going to be really compressed. I do a lot of off-roading and UTVing. This is kind of my recommendation as like a little travel kit.
Yeah.
So these 4 layers are the ones I kind of suggest to get me by anything when I'm on the go. Has our extraction tooling called Bolt Biter. So bolt biter, I call it like a glorified nut setter, but the beauty about this is flower head design, but we use a tapering design. So the tapering design is going to grab onto any rounded fastener.
Okay.
You can also use it for fastening and extraction. So if you have a damaged fastener, guess what? If I'm in the middle of nowhere and I got to put that damaged fastener back, you can do that if you want.
I run into that a lot.
So
I got a question on
Sure.
this. So the bolt biter, right?
yeah.
Am I going to want to use this as a normal? Not going to use this as a normal socket though, or is this just for a rounded?
So you can use it for everyday applications if you want to.
Okay.
As me, like I use the 1/4 inch around the house all the time. Sometimes people 7 layers of paint over, you don't know what size head it is. You can take that 1/4 inch and extract it. The nice thing about us too is you might see negative size onto here. So the negative size is when the material is too far lost. Since we use a tapering design,
Yeah.
we shrunk the head just slightly. So the tapering design is going to grab on, the negative size is going to grab onto it.
That makes sense.
Also inserts for your combinations. So here it says we have a 15. It says right on here you'll need a 22 to remove a bolt. So these are magnetized, so they're not going to slide off.
That's sweet.
Things like that.
That is sweet.
And then you just put that right on, and then you can extract whatever your need be. So a little bit of everything, 1/2 inch, 1/4 for your wrenches,
So are these-
ratcheting,
these
impact
are
rated.
basically for like a nut that snapped off.
No, so you would use, with the head shears off, you want to use, these guys. These are any rounded fasteners, something that's harder to get out, to back out. Especially if there's already damaged fastener, you don't want to damage it any further.
Yeah.
This is not going to damage it any further because the 6 points of contact on the bolt head.
So something rounded over.
Yeah, rounded over. Metal roofing guys really like the 1/4 inch bit because it's not going to round off like a nut setter mate or something like that. So installation you can use that for, or extraction ability. So dual purpose.
I got one.
Sure.
Definitely. There's 2 things that really caught my eye.
Sure.
As soon as I showed up, what are we looking at on the torque wrenches?
Price or
Yeah, price, features, anything that's.
Yeah.
I mean, they look great.
Yeah, so for us,
I love the knurling on the handles. Nice.
so different 1/4 inch, 3/8, half, 3/4, and we go up to 1 inch drive. So we have digital, non-digital. We have entry-level torque wrenches. I call them just chrome sticks. There's really no benefits and features, right? You're just buying it to get by. This one is our non-digital, but a little bit more features. So easy to read indicators right there. It's all about accuracy, right?
Foot-pounds, newton meters on the back.
Yep, foot-pounds, newton meters on that guy. This one is also 3/8. This will go from 10 to 100 foot-pounds, but we have other variants to go from 75 to 750 on the 3/4. These guys go from 30 to 250, so depending on the job you need. Uses our 120 head. So people think the 120 from our 90 tooth
Okay.
is 120 teeth. It's not. So the 90s are a true 90 tooth count, okay? The 120, so you get 4 degrees on every click. Click, 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 4 degrees. On the 120 head, it's actually a 60 tooth count with 2 pulse systems in it. So that clicking you hear is the pulse engaging. And the nice thing about that guy, every degree, you get an extra degree. So you get 3 degrees on every click. So longer applications,
Yeah.
you get a beefier gear. You're not supposed to use it for prying applications,
Yeah.
but I have a tendency not to slip. And then accuracy. So you need true accuracy. You want that maybe extra degree to back something out or be really precise onto there. So it uses the 120 head. You can tell if the colic is engaged or disengaged.
Yep, that's awesome.
And we try to make you hold center too in there. So biggest thing, accuracy for torque. You want to be accurate. So make you hold center. It's uncomfortable hole up here, uncomfortable hole on the backside there.
Gotcha.
So you're talking mid twos for depending on the sizes. 1/4 inch, 3/8, half. Can go up to 3, on there. 90-day calibration warranty, and then we have a 1-year parts warranty. So, and the internal guts. We also use Angle Repair out of West Virginia that can do all your calibration, but we do sell those certified too.
Okay.
So, yep.
That's great. And then finally, tell me about the floor jack. I know you're probably like,
So that's brand new, but that's our 3.5 ton low profile. So we have a 3 ton. We have bottle jacks too there. You're talking just under the 300 mark too.
Okay.
So the Harbor Freight Daytona jack is the #1 selling jack in the country. Then you have snap-ons and all that stuff. So for these guys, pretty simple on there. I mean, a little nut tray. Guys, we put a soft top on either.
Yeah.
But that's your under $300 price point jack. That's going to be professional grade, but with affordable pricing onto here too.
is that it just? I know it probably is not. Is that nut tray magnetic?
No, it's just a metal tray. Yeah,
Just checking.
just checking. So
Luckily, Ryan's got some muscles.
just got leverage. So just a basic, one of our 8-inch. We have 6s and then we have 4s too.
And this looks really nice.
So, yep.
Is
So
there any standout features like why GearWrench?
it's just a different market that we're getting into.
Yeah.
We're coming out with diagnostic tooling. Trickle chargers are coming next. The diagnostic tooling is going to be really nice because it's going to be like a universal diagnostic tooling where you can do EV from semi-trucks to farm and ag. So we're just getting to certain markets that we've never been into.
What's the price point on this? Because I just happen to need it.
It's around $300, 280, 289, around there. So
Yeah,
under that $300
That's
price
very
point.
reasonable for a vice that size.
For sure. You can mount it to the back of your truck or whatever you need be.
Thank you, Ryan.
No problem, buddy.
I'm impressed. And if you're impressed, then smash the like button. It's free for you to do. It doesn't cost you a dime. I shall get 7 years of good luck. Leave down in the comment section below. What do you think of the GearWrench and Crescent lines of tools? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you wish you had more of them? Me personally, I'm really liking the torque wrenches. I want to say thanks a lot, everybody, and I hope to see you all on the next one. What's up, everybody? We're at Ohio Power Tool for their 2024 annual spring event, and we have a special guest at the Flex booth. We got Sam.
What's up, guys?
Sam's the man. You're always asking for Sam, and he's back today for us.
How you doing, Vince? Good to see you again.
Let's get this show started. Right after this message from our sponsor, VCG Construction. Want to help out with the channel? Head on over to merch store. You get hats, hoodies, t-shirts. Link will be in the description below. Welcome back, everybody. So Sam, what do you have for us today?
I've got
our razor slice ultra thin cutoff disc.
Can you give me the benefits of using razor slice
Absolutely.
compared to the competition?
So a high-end competitive wheel is going to be at 0.045 or 45 thousandths of an inch thick, and that's been the standard for a very long time. Over in Europe, they've been using thinner discs, thinner and thinner, 0.030. This is the thinnest on the market at a 0.024 at this diameter.
The thinnest here in the U.S., over in Europe, anywhere, thinnest in the world.
Yes.
Okay, so
At this diameter.
where the rubber meets the road, what does that mean for the people that are going to be buying
So,
this?
first and foremost, you're going to get a faster cut. Second, you're going to get less load on your tool as we're moving towards a more battery-centric workstation. That is a huge focus. Reduction on the cutting time, less burrs. You're not going to have to come through with a grinding disc and clean that up as much. So it's going to provide a lot of benefits, and it's going to reduce the amount of sparks that you're throwing, giving you a less hazardous workspace.
So reduced sparks, faster cut,
Much
they'll be
faster
more
cut.
effective. The one thing though I think I want to really emphasize is that because of the reduced load on the tool, that means that the tools will last longer. The batteries will last longer. You're going to get more cuts out
Absolutely.
of the same battery charge. That also means that multiple things. These battery packs have a finite amount of charge cycles. So every time you can eliminate having to recharge that means the battery's going to cost you less money over time. Number one. Number two, with tools that are going to last longer and batteries that are going to last longer, that means there's less waste in landfills. So this is actually a green solution as well, if you think about it.
Yeah, and on top of that, the thinner kerf is going to reduce the amount of your work surface that you're taking off, giving you more cuts per material. And we're going to cut this rebar here and then make a quick blade change and show you again. We're running on the same tool, the variable speed paddle switch flex grinder with our stacked lithium battery on here. So let's see it run. So that did the job. Come in here and take a look at the cut it made. It's, not the dirtiest cut in the world, but it could be a heck of a lot cleaner. Now, this is the Flex Razor Slice cutoff disc at 24 thousandths of an inch thick, 0.024 inches thick, and we're gonna see exactly how much cleaner and how much faster it cuts.
Okay.
Wanna see me do it again? Very fast.
Much faster. What is the cost of this disc?
So for the 4.5 inch, we're looking at $3.99. For the 5 inch, we're looking at $4.49.
So right along the pricing points for pretty much the competitors.
The high performance cutting wheels.
Gotcha.
But you're gonna get so much more performance out of this guy and more life out of your working material.
I love it. What else you got for us, Sam?
All right, this is our SiteMax flap disc. Got some segments cut through here. There's a lot of technology in between those two segments of the disc. It's not just a flap disc that someone took a pair of nail clippers to, like I've seen a few comments.
So it's funny, Sam's bringing up, you know what? Number one, it's great that Sam he's so passionate about his brand that he's coming to our videos to read the comments and concerns. In this way, I think that if they were genuine, Flex could actually address those. And if there's any skepticism, I think it's great that we can meet with you and have you address them as well. So, like you were saying, this is engineered.
Yes, yes.
And you could see it in this video here, where it helped us to fabricate that massive metal testing ring. But this isn't something like I doctored up with a pair of like cutters or something.
Correct. There's several patents in these gaps, so we do not encourage you to alter any flap discs at home. If you want this technology, this is the place to find it.
And one of the major concerns that I heard was somehow these notches in the flap would get caught on the material. They were if there was something protruding.
Yes. No matter what situation you're going to put it in, it's not going to hang up, and there's no there's not as much liability with those segments. They do provide the innovation of seeing right through to what you're working on to keep you from over abrading, having to get your torch back out and fix whatever it is that you're working on. So we'll just do a little bit of strip some of this rust off of this rebar here and show you how it works.
Listen, if I'm going to overshare this, even though I used the Site Max, I did actually over abrade.
Yeah?
I had to break out the torch again and re-weld.
How embarrassing.
It was. Do you think less of me now, Sam?
A slight amount, but...
Well, thank you for the honesty.
And this is on our variable speed grinder. That's spinning at 10,000 RPMs. I'm gonna lower it down to 3,500 RPMs to try and make it as catchable as possible. Now, would you ever do that with a disc? No, not unless you had a really weird application, but it's not an issue that you need to worry about with safety.
So you would lower the speed if maybe you're sanding stainless?
No, if I'm polishing, I'll go about 10,000 RPMs.
Yeah.
But if I'm wanting to knock rust off or knock paint off, I would drop it down to that 3,500. Polishing, higher RPMs.
Yeah.
If you want to remove material, lower RPMs. And with these come in three grits, 40, 60, and 80 grit. And so with that 40 grit, you can really take off a lot of material. And that 80 grit, with that line of sight, you can really finish whatever project you're working on and not overbraid and have to get your torch out like old Vince here.
Wow. Even though you've somewhat insulted me, I'd like to keep rolling because I believe there is some innovation in Flex's stack pack.
Absolutely. As you can see, our rolling box, which you guys all love already, we got the 9-inch oversized rubber non-marring wheels and the removable handle. On the left here, you see we've got our cord wrap attachment, but on the front, we've got these two mounts. These mounts allow you to do what we call double stacking. So I'm gonna take this box here, throw it here. Now let's pretend I had maxed out the height on this guy, and I wanted to still put this box on there. Just take this off the dolly. Has these two rear mounts. Boom, boom, now you're good to go. Now you are fully double stacked and rollable. You want to keep stacking, you absolutely can. We're short on boxes here, limited space. But yeah, still got our level holder on the right here. Then, once you're done, if you have our wall mounting system at home, you can simply take these boxes off and put them right on the wall. Same mounts.
One of my biggest gripes, and a lot of people say the same thing, the rolling box, as you start to stack more boxes on top, whatever large tools you have in here become inaccessible. So why not put the cabinet out front here and then put your larger tools in there?
That's what Flex is all about, finding different ways to attack your job, innovate, customize it to whatever you need. You know best. So we're gonna give you the options to make sure that you're as efficient as possible when you're on the job site.
That's good stuff, Chief. This is why we love having you on the channel.
Hey, I love having you guys by.
And if you like having Sam on the channel, then smash the like button. It's free for you to do. It doesn't cost you a dime. Plus, you'll get 7 years of good luck. Leave it down in the comment section below. What do you think of my brilliant idea of putting the cabinet out in front so you get your larger tools in there without having to unstack and restack and all the stacking? Although, you know, we do like stack pack. We want to know. Leave it all below. With that, I want to say I appreciate everyone for being here. Thanks a lot, everybody. Hope to see you all on the next one. If you're lucky, Sam will be there.
We got more to come, guys, so stick around.